I think we're just going to go ahead and start streaming. All right, it looks like we are feeding the kilobytes of data to YouTube. I got the little thing that came on. Okay, and it looks like we are live. All right. I'm going to give things a second to go, but I think this is a good enough time to take a moment and check on my gaming channel, see what people have decided in terms of what I should play tonight once I'm done here. And with a grand total of 3 votes, well, 5 total votes, 3 of which have gone to Super Mario Brothers Wonder, it looks like that's what we're going to be playing on the channel later tonight. That's going to be over on the gaming channel, so when I'm done here, I'm going to go over there. I probably should set up a poll for it, or not a poll for it, a stream link for it. I have no brain, guys. I have just done very little over the last couple of days. Like I should have had my podcast edited and uploaded by today, but I'm still working on a good chunk of it because I am just my brain does not want to function as efficiently. Either that or it's just my motivation and I'm being lazy, which is a complete and total possibility. But I'm just going to go ahead and blame my brain for now. So, Trouble, what you doing, sweetie? My kitty is bored and is looking around for something to get into, I'm sure. All right. Okay. And there we go. Got my glasses cleaned up. And okay. All right. So the purpose of tonight's stream, which is unscheduled, and there's a good reason for that because there is a trailer out that I want to react to, and I didn't do it last night. Probably should have, but I didn't get around to it. So Jedi Allen went ahead and plopped it into the Discord. It's going to be the final trailer for the Marvels, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it while I've got that opportunity. Okay, that is.
Heroes.
Stop it, YouTube. Jesus. You need to chill. Nobody tell you I wanted to hear all of that early. All right. Okay, we're gonna cut that down. And I guess if we're gonna do the trailer reaction the way I normally do it, let's see. We're gonna position OBS over here for now so that it's on the opposite screen. And like the very first frame on the Marvel's final trailer is Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. And I'm just like, wow, really? You guys gonna lean all the way into this, huh? Dude's dead. Let him be dead. Trouble, what are you doing? Trouble. Oh my god, she's being a little butt. Which, of course, I don't expect anything less from her. Trouble. Okay. Kitty needs to be put out. Going out. Go. Let's see here. I don't need it again. Love you. I want you to stay healthy. Crazy kitty. All right. So, anyways, so that's what we're doing here. We're going to go ahead and watch the Marvels trailer, the final trailer, and I'm watching Trouble in the back, looking like she's. What are you pouncing on? What are you doing? What is with you, crazy kitty? All right. Anyways, the audio stream's current bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate. We recommend that you use an audio stream bit rate of 128 kilobytes per second. YouTube, you do not know what you're talking about. You have no idea. Like, I know what I'm packing in terms of my kilobytes. You guys need to work on your friggin' infrastructure. All right, anyways, I think we should go ahead and get this started. I think what I'm gonna start doing, and I don't know how well this will work, but I'm gonna try it anyways. I'm gonna do a test play real quick. I just want to see how badly my mic feeds into my, or how badly my speakers feed into my mic. So I'm going to look for a video real quick that is not the one that I was looking at. Let's go with a really old trailer. How about that? Let's go with a trailer for Back to the Future. All right. And let's just see, because I mean, if I'm going to get copyright claimed, not copyright struck. Okay. Let's just see how this plays. Hold on. Okay, so far I would like some sound. Come on.
Steven Spielberg presents Back to the Future, a Robert Zemeckis film.
Okay, wow. So that was really loud. Didn't really seem to register on my microphone, which is surprising because all of my podcast stuff seems to. So I don't know what the deal is there. All right, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to go and put this up in the window, the trailer that I'm going to watch. Okay, there it is. Okay. And yeah, we got Robert Downey Jr. in a trailer for the Marvels. Help me to understand this. I'm not entirely certain I get it. But we're just going to go ahead and give it a go. And hopefully this will make sense by the time it's over. All right, here we go. Why does this not work the way that it used to work?
Heroes. It's an old-fashioned notion.
Ah, okay. Nick Fury's talking about it.
The world can still use them.
Yeah, but...
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Uh-huh. What do we got here?
We destroyed Thanos. But it's not over.
So...
It's inevitable.
They're really leaning on
Always be more
the Infinity Saga so far.
to finish it.
Who is that?
This is just the beginning.
Who's that actress? It's not Zoe Kravitz,
Or
right?
a hole in space. There's a different reality leading into ours.
Oh, hey, look, incursions are coming. That's hilarious. Multiverses bleeding into other multiverses.
I'm invincible.
Your powers
Are you really?
stronger.
So you can't be matched. Can't be controlled.
Okay. They're really trying to play up the epicness of all this.
I'm asking
What?
for
What are you
one
asking?
last fight.
Last fight? Really? Is Nick Fury finally gonna die?
You cannot protect your people.
You can stand tall.
Oh, hey,
Stand
Valkyrie.
alone.
They're here. The Marvels.
Okay.
2013.
Oh,
Monica, you gotta fly.
no.
Black girl magic.
God.
Theaters Friday.
Okay.
Now.
What the hell did I just watch? All right. Okay. Let me just go ahead and get rid of that. How was the sound on that? Was it okay? I didn't even take a look at the sound that was playing into my speakers or into my whether or not it was hitting the microphone. Let's see. Hey, Wolf, how you doing? Good to see you. And thank you. I appreciate that. Tell me, my friend, how was the sound? Was it okay? Like sound was good? Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't like it to be too loud because apparently I don't know. I don't know if you're listening to my podcast, but it seems almost whenever I have a guest on, I get this horrible echoing, and I'm paranoid about that happening uh with my other uh live streams and stuff. So, anyways, how are you doing? Good to see you. I'm gonna go ahead and move in a bit here, and we're gonna do a reaction, I guess. So here we go. Hey everyone, Spidey Librarian here, and we just watched the final trailer for The Marvels coming out this weekend from Marvel Studios. And my first reaction to it is, what in the hell did I just watch? Um, I I'm holding out hope that this is going to be good. I can tell you that the reason that I'm going to see this movie is not necessarily Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. I I think she's fine. I know some people hate her, and you're welcome to your opinions. I think she does Carol Danvers just fine. Um, I don't have any particularly strong opinions about her, though. Same for Teona Paris. I'm sure that her photon is going to be fine with a little time, but we just haven't seen much of that character. So, the main reason that I am watching this movie this weekend is because of Iman Vellani. I don't know how you guys felt about Ms. Marvel, but I loved it, and it was mostly due to her. She is just a very charming, she's really good at the young, bright-eyed hero who wants to make friends with all the other heroes and everything, and I love that. I'm in my job, I work with teens, so I'm very familiar with the excitable young mind who has everything to prove, and I really like what she did with it in Ms. Marvel, and so I'm hoping to see more of what she does with that when she meets like Captain Marvel and Nick Fury, and has to actually kind of, rise up and be a hero and save the universe along with the other two. So I'm looking forward to that. But we didn't see much of her in this, which I get it. It's not her movie, and that's fine. But what did we really see in this movie? Like what did we see? We see Nick Fury talking about one final battle after he's talking about like, heroes being an old-fashioned notion and everything. And I'm just sitting here going, what is going on with this movie? Like apparently Dar Ben, who is being played by, I don't know the actress's name. She looks kind of like Zoe Kravitz, but I'm pretty sure that's not Zoe Kravitz. Um, like she's apparently somehow feeding off of their abilities, and she's going to use it to tear a hole in space, and she's on some mission of vengeance. And I really feel like Marvel Studios could do a better job of, kind of pre-marketing this movie. Like give us a stronger idea of what we're going to get when we go into the theaters here. And I don't feel like they've done that very much. I mean, again, I'm going to go see it because I again, Iman Vellani is the reason I'm going to see this. Um, but I really kind of feel like we've seen a few trailers of this movie. I like a lot of what I've seen. I like the Flurkins because I have a cat and I love cats. Iman Vellani's in it, and I just adore her as Ms. Marvel. I like Brie Larson and Teona Paris just fine. I'll be happy to see what's going on there, but I know barely anything about the villain, their motivations, what's Nick Fury's role in all of this, what's he gonna do, is he gonna die, is he never gonna die, what's going on there. And I mean, like, it's just kind of one of those things that I'm just like, come on, give me more here. Like, tell me what is going on with this movie that is supposed to, grab me and make me want to see it. Because I'm not going to lie, if Iman Vellani were not in this movie, if Ms. Marvel were not in this movie, I probably would be skipping it based on everything that I've seen so far. And it's just like, yeah, that's not, it doesn't feel good to say that, It does not feel good to say that about this movie because I want Marvel Studios to be successful. And by and large, despite what a lot of people have to say, I think they still have been. I will admit that their narratives are not as strong as they used to be when they were working on the Infinity Saga. But I still think overall, they're doing a decent job. I'm not going to say it's great. I am going to say that it's like after Endgame, how in the hell were you going to top that? I know. Spider-Man: No Way Home. I get it. But still, like it's very hard to kind of follow a story like that and have something ready to go afterwards. I feel like all their planning went into this first 10, 11 years. And then I don't even know if they thought they were ever going to get that far. But with all that said, the Marvels, I'm just sitting here going, I need more. What's going on here? So, anyways, the trailer was a trailer. It's meant to throw a bunch of, big, flashy, explodey set pieces at you to where you're like, ooh, hey, I want to go see it. And I mean, like, I'm interested, but I'm not like compelled. And if I didn't have like a regular group of friends that I go to see these movies with, and again, if Iman Vellani were not in this movie, because I just adored her in Ms. Marvel. I might have decided to skip this movie. So let me see. Sorry, I need to catch up in chat. Uh, Hello, Eddie. I agree with your opinion on Ms. Marvel. She really sold the character for me. Yeah, no, she totally did. And I mean, like, if you know anything about the actress and her connection to Ms. Marvel, like she had dressed up as Ms. Marvel for Halloween like several years before she ever got the part. Which that just made me love her even more. Iman was great, and I loved seeing the Muslim culture in that way. I didn't feel like the Ms. Marvel series really added to the MCU, though. Um, I think it did add to the MCU. I mean, I think in a lot of ways, I think it added to the MCU because of the Muslim culture. I think a lot of viewers of the MCU, and I'm not saying there aren't Muslims who watch the MCU. That is absolutely not what I'm saying here. What I am saying is that there are a lot of viewers of the MCU who probably have no clue about Muslim culture at all. And I'm not going to lie, I'm one of them. And I felt like seeing some of the kind of cultural historical backdrops of the culture portrayed in the fictitious story, of course. I really enjoyed that, and I really felt like it added a lot for me. Um, is it as witty as like some of the stories we've seen in the comics? Well, no, of course not. But I like that they're kind of planting those seeds and making it possible for that to happen. So we'll see what happens. Um, there are several theories that might be minor spoilers. Don't know if you want to discuss them. I mean, like right now they're theories, so it's all speculation. The movie hasn't been screened yet, so I mean, I'm down if you want to speculate. That's what they are. They're not spoilers yet. They're speculations, unless you know for a fact that they appear in the movie. So, Alan Copeland, how you doing? All right. Eddie says that Wakanda Forever has been the only Marvel movie other than Spider-Man No Way Home that I've really enjoyed since Endgame came out. I mean, like I enjoyed. I mean, I loved No Way Home, of course, but then I also loved Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Dude, I frickin' loved that movie. It was so good. Um, what else? Wakanda Forever. For a movie that was grieving, that is an excellent movie. Like that is a movie that is grieving both, in the narrative and also meta narratively. And so I really think that as a film that clearly misses its main star, I feel like it does an excellent job of portraying that grief. Uh, Quantumania had its moments, but I will confess to feeling a little disappointed with that one. Thor: Love and Thunder, I don't have much good to say about Thor: Love and Thunder. It was all right. I was expecting it, like I was expecting a rehash of Thor Ragnarok, especially since Taika Waititi was back in the director's chair, and it just did not feel like that. Let's see. First time I saw the Marvels, I realized my disinterest in the Marvel movies being made nowadays. I mean, it's hard to argue. Like, unless you've got like a fan favorite among those three, yeah. You forgot about Guardians 3, yeah. Loki season 2 yet? I've been playing catch up on Loki season 2. I think I've seen the first 4 episodes now, and I think there's like 2 left. And I'm loving Loki season 2. Like, I'm really happy with that show. I did not watch Secret Invasion. I still don't know. Like, everyone says that show is just dog water. And so I can't bring myself to watch it just yet, but I really like it was one of those shows that I tried to work up interest for it and I could not do it. I just couldn't do it. Um, Wolf says that to be fair, most of the TV series don't add much. If you delete these shows from Disney Plus, do they affect the overall story and direction? Well, yeah, that's true, but I'm not sure that's entirely a bad thing though. And when I say that, what I mean is like I don't I feel like the in the Infinity Saga, so phases 1 through 3. Like once they had a pretty good idea of what they were trying to develop things into, I really feel like they felt every movie had to just be some way of pointing the plot towards what was inevitably going to become Infinity War and Endgame. Um, and I don't feel like that should always be the case. And I do feel like, with stuff like She-Hulk and Hawkeye and okay, fine, Ms. Marvel, I like, especially in a post Endgame world, I feel like I feel like that world needs to kind of take a breather and collect itself before we start figuring out what is going on next. Now, I'm guessing if you listen to Kevin Feige, he has got some master plan. I've seen no evidence that he has a master plan. Like, yes, I've seen the flyers for Kang Dynasty and what was it, Secret Wars and all that. Okay, fine, but you've got the Jonathan Majors controversy right now, which despite whatever Marvel says, I'm still not sure what they're actually going to do. Um, to be fair, from what I've heard lately, though, everything around Jonathan Majors suggests that he's going to come out of this looking like I don't want to say the victim here, but for lack of a better term, that's kind of all I can think of. But we still don't know how this stuff is going to play out. So we've got that. And again, after Endgame, there's just no larger cohesive narrative going on. And I'm okay with that right now. I'm okay with that. I would like them to eventually make one, but I'm okay with it for now. But time is kind of running out on that front, you know. Um, let's see. Quantum Mania was the biggest dumpster fire that I'd seen from a Marvel movie. Uh, you know where they really lost me in Quantum Mania? And I'm not gonna say that Quantumania was like a bit like a bad movie for me. I think there are other Marvel movies that I like less than Quantumania. But you know where it really came, like where I was just kind of like, okay, I don't really care for this as much as I feel like I should. It was Modoc. Like I liked that it was Darren Cross. I liked that Modoc was Darren Cross. But like some of the stuff that he said and some of the like especially after he got defeated, like the you know they kept using like look at me, I'm just a dick, you know, like I was just kind of like what the hell kind of writing are we doing here, you know? So I didn't care for some of that humor. um eh, you know, I mean, what are you gonna do? Eh, I'm not I'm not like I'm willing to admit Quantumania is definitely worse than I thought it was going to be. But I also am not terribly upset that Marvel finally made, I mean, for lack of a better term, a stinker. But I mean, I think Thor: Love and Thunder was a stinker. Like to me, that is a stinker of a movie, you know. And I didn't think I was going to like a Thor movie any less than The Dark World. Boy, was I wrong, okay? That story had the potential to be so great. The Love and Thunder, they had introduced Gore the God Butcher, who I mean, I read that story when he was introduced in the comics. I was like, Jason Aaron is a freaking god. And no. Like they took that whole concept and they were just like, yeah, whatever. We're just gonna do whatever we want. Screw you, you know. Didn't like it. I didn't really care for like the Russell Crowe, um, uh, not Odin, Zeus. He was okay. Um, I did I did like some of the stuff with Jane, but I also feel like you know Thor, you know, treating the hammer like a pet, like it was like semi sentient. I was kind of like, where is this coming from? And why has there been absolutely no kind of mention of that before? I don't know. I don't know. I could go on about that one. So, um, for theories, there was a trailer that comes with the words "comes next." And when the letters fade away, the X stayed visible, pointing towards the X-Men in that other universe. Oh, really? I'll have to watch that again at some point. That's pretty cool, Wolf. Eddie hasn't watched Secret Invasion just because of people's reviews on it, and I don't think it really adds to the story at all. I mean, Secret Invasion, I think what turned me off from the get-go was that it was going to be so different from the comics. Because the Skrulls, you know, are the bad guys in Secret Invasion, and they're infiltrating the heroes. And Secret Invasion took out the heroes, which I understand why they did it, but I don't think that was a smart move. One of the funniest stories that I've ever read comes out of Secret Invasion, and of course, it stars Deadpool, okay? That was a funny frickin' story that was just brilliant, and unfortunately, that will never happen. Maybe some iteration of it will happen, but oh god, I would have loved if they'd told that one. So, standalone stories are valid. I think we got very spoiled with Phase One through Endgame. Oh no, absolutely. How did they not utilize Christian Bale more than right? Right? I mean, don't get me wrong, all right? First of all, I'm going to say this. The character designs that I saw of Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher, even though he was still lacking like the tentacles and the face treatment. I mean, it was essentially like skeletized Christian Bale cast in black and white and bald. Dude still looked terrifying, though. I was still expecting great things, and we did not get it. Yeah, agreed that Thor Love and Thunder devolved into a kids movie. Yeah. I think the part that I enjoyed most about Love and Thunder was the beginning, just because we got 10 minutes of Guardians of the Galaxy after 5 years since Volume 2 had come out. Well, I mean, they were in Infinity War and Endgame, but yes, you are correct. Like them as an entire team. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Um, and I'm sorry, man, but for my money, um, like I love the first Guardians movie, and there are some people that think that the first one is the best. I must respectfully disagree. The Guardians franchise, in my personal opinion, that no one has to share, all right, in my personal opinion, the Guardians franchise is one of those rare instances of a franchise where each individual movie like the sequel gets subsequently better than the one that came before it. And I mean, like, I loved Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I was just like, I was never gonna, like the whole Yondu stuff, and then Rocket's issues, and then Star Lord and Ego and Mantis, um, Drax starting to try to be the comic relief. I loved all of it. It was so good. Gamora and Nebula's story in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Freaking amazing. I loved it. I didn't think anything was going to beat it. And then and then after Endgame, we got the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, which, guys, guess what? The time of year is coming up for that piece of media, and I'll be damned if I'm not going to watch it again. But like, first of all, that just rocked in ways that I was not expecting, and I was just like, damn it, they always seem to manage to like top what they'd previously done. And then of course it set up a little bit of narrative for Guardians 3. It was mainly Mantis being Star Lord's sister, but like I thought I just thought 3 was brilliant. I liked that the team like split up. I like that no one died in that movie. But I like that they all kind of went their separate ways. I like that Star-Lord had issues with Gamora not being his Gamora, and I love that she called him on it. I love that, I love that we get to see Drax dance. I love that Mantis comes into her own. I mean, like when she was introduced in Volume 2, she was the butt of a lot of jokes, which, a lot of it stemmed from her being very naive, and Drax being kind of a dick, even though he was like also kind of taking her under his wing and being semi-fatherly to her. By the third movie, that dynamic has changed a lot. I mean, Drax still cares for her and still kind of bullies her a little bit too, but it's also like she realizes that she's kind of her own badass, and I really liked it. Um, and then there's Rocket's story. Like they had hinted at it in the first 2 movies, especially when Yondu called Rocket on his shit in the second movie. Just being like, you just do not care. If anyone shows you a little bit of love, you're so scared that you're going to lose it, so you got to be all prickly and push everyone away. And then in Volume 3, we see it. We see exactly that. We see why Rocket pushes people away. Because he lost his friends trying to escape with him, and it tore him up. And oh my God, like Um, I couldn't. I just could not believe how good that was. And I'll do credit to James Gunn. I know not everybody likes James Gunn. I don't understand that because I think that James Gunn very much kind of put his heart and soul into the Guardians movies. And I feel like even though I don't know James Gunn that well, I feel like the Guardians movies are a pretty good reputation or a pretty good representation of how he kind of evolved as a person. And so I just I don't know. I can't off the top of my head think of a trilogy that just started off amazing and then the second movie was better than the first and then the third movie was even better than the second. The closest one I can think of off the top of my head is the MCU Spider-Man trilogy, and the first one I love. The second one is good and I like it, but it's not as good as the first one in my opinion. And then you have No Way Home, which just has an unfair advantage with all of the story that it can tell because of what they were able to do, um, with just being able to bring in all the other movie Spider-Man, and yeah, no, I just man, but yeah, Guardians is the only one that I can think of that does that. And I'm not even talking about just like MCU movies. I'm talking about just movies in general. I can't think of very many trilogies that do that. And if anyone wants to throw one out, uh, I would be willing to hear your arguments, but nothing is immediately coming mind to me. I really thought Star Lord would die when Marvel did that curveball. Yeah, I was wondering about that too. It looked like everyone had like a moment where they might die. I think, well, almost everyone. I don't know that Drax was ever really in any danger. I don't. Groot kind of when he was fighting Adam Warlock at the beginning there, kind of a little bit. But they got that out of the way pretty quickly. Um, but yeah, like it was good. It was really good. Let's see. I think two was my favorite, but it was always the go-to movie when someone would want to watch a Marvel movie to the point that it got diluted for me. So now one for me is more refreshing. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I don't know how much you guys want to know about my personal life, but I lost my father when I was 10 years old. He drowned in a lake when I was a kid. And he wasn't living with us at the time because there was drama going on with him and my mom. I don't want to get into it too much, but I did love my dad. And so movies that have like a strong father-son theme, like really get to me. Like have any of you guys seen Big Fish? If you've seen the movie Big Fish, just go ahead and throw like a hands up into the chat. I'd really like to know if you've seen it. Because like that movie, I still to this day cannot watch it without just like tearing up and just freaking losing it. Like, like when the kid, well, the kid, he's a grown man, but him and his father and his father is dying and he wants his son to tell like the final story of how his dad goes, and the son has to kind of like reach into himself and do that, like, and then like the scenes that follow, like that just like goes in and rips your heart out. And if you're someone who has lost a parent, like that scene hits like twice as hard. I mean, it's like a kidney punch. um so yeah, no, but like, you know possibly for that reason, that's why Guardians 2 is a favorite of mine, because I really did like Yondu, even though he was kind of a jerk in the first movie. He was still kind of like a like like he's like, okay, I need that stone, boy, and then when he opens the thing and he sees that it's just another little like troll animal for his dashboard or something, and he's just like, he left me another gift. Um, like, he was still like relatable. He was like kind of like a tough father figure. And so like so when they expand on that relationship in the second movie, and then he goes and he saves Peter's life right before he dies, it was just like, oh god, like I liked Yondu at the end of the first movie. I loved him halfway through the second movie, and so when they yanked him away from us, it was just like, oh. But I will say this. I will say this. I respect the hell out of James Gunn for killing off someone as popular as Yondu and then not bringing him back. You know, Especially in Marvel, that is something that they often have issues with. And I get why, and it makes total sense. Like I feel like when they do it, like it's earned enough. But like, I mean, let's think about this here. Captain America Winter Soldier, Nick Fury dies, comes back. Groot in the first Guardians movie. Okay, and yeah, I know that Groot did die. Yes. Um, doesn't change the fact that by the time the credits roll, there's a little baby Groot dancing to Michael Jackson. You know. Um, but yeah, like it's just kind of one of those things that Marvel has had an issue with, the MCU in particular. And again, it makes sense why they do it. This is a very kind of lengthy and ongoing narrative, and they want to make sure that they're able to use some of the characters that they want to use. But man, sometimes it's just like, yeah, I really wish you'd kill someone off and leave them dead. And I feel like because that happened, that's that kind of opened the door for them. For instance, killing off Aunt May. Which I don't know, guys. What do you think? Did Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 have more to do with that? Or do you think Insomniac's Spider-Man game had more to do with that? Because if you take a look at the Insomniac game and you take a look at the movie, on Aunt May's grave, the same phrase is actually on there. If you help one person, you help or if you help one person, you help everyone, or something like that. Like those sentiments, basically. But yeah, I feel like I feel like there's some cross pollination that goes on there, and that should go on there. So, all right. Anyways, I was planning to do a game stream tonight over on my gaming channel, and I don't know if that's going to happen because I'm having too much fun here talking about the MCU with you guys. So, anyways, I don't think I'm going to be able to make a trailer reaction video from what I've got there. It's not a very good one, at least. So I don't know. Let's see. Also, seeing Rocket being a bit more vulnerable and more open really invoked emotion from. Oh yeah, no, and I knew that was coming. I knew that they were eventually going to get to it. So I'm not gonna lie, guys. I thought Rocket was the one that was gonna die. Like, and I'm talking about like before the movie. Like I had my if I were to have placed money on any one Guardian being the one that died before I saw the movie, Rocket was it. Because you know, we knew too little about him, and this was a perfect opportunity to open up his narrative and then kill him off. And again, mad respect for James Gunn, who's like, I'm going to do exactly what you think I'm going to do, and then I'm going to just zigzag at the last minute. He gives us that origin story and tears our hearts out with it, and then has Rocket live. And I'm like, okay, I respect that. I respect that. When Floor was yelling, Rocket T. Floor go now, that real, oh God, no kidding. And the thing is, that doesn't last very long. Like, and you can hear that character like is saying it really fast. They're very panicked. They're like, "We need to go. We need to go. We got to get out of here now. We got to get out of here now." You can even hear Teefs yelling, you know, "Rocket, please. We've got to go now." And Rocket is just so overcome with anger that he just stays and guns down the High Evolutionaries people. And it's just like it didn't take very long for them to get killed. Like they got them, and then Rocket was alone. I believe James Gunn had to write around the Russo brothers killing off Gamora and didn't know much before the decision was made. Well, if that's the case, then damn, my respect for James Gunn goes up even further. That is because he wrote around that really well. I feel like he did it in a very organic way. So that was that was something kind of awesome, I think. So hold on a second. I am gonna go ahead and move my OBS back over to this screen. So that way, because I've got OBS overlaid on top of the YouTube chat, and so that way I can just kind of look at OBS and the chat at the same time, more or less. It is nice to be able to see like the statistics numbers, but I don't need to see them, so it's not a big deal. It really isn't. Okay, so let's see what else. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm glad to see you're doing better nowadays and that you're open to talk about that. Oh, you're talking about my dad? Oh yeah, that was a long time ago for me. But yeah, no, I remember being pretty torn up when my mom told me about what had happened to him. So, but yeah, it was a long time ago, and I've come to terms with it, and it's one of the reasons I don't drink and swim. So, you know. The biggest rumor was that Drax would die because Dave Bautista was vocal about not wanting to work out and get painted every day at over 40 years old. So I don't know Dave Bautista's life, and so I can only speak from my own perspective. All I'm going to say is this, and I say this fairly tongue-in-cheek, all right? I'm over 40, all right? And if I were making the paychecks that Dave Bautista were making for playing Drax, I would not only take my shirt off and keep working out, they could paint me every goddamn day, So, but again, I'm just being silly there. I don't look as good as Dave Bautista without a shirt. So that's all I'll say on that front. I mean, I like wearing these nice tight compression shirts, and I think they look decent on me, but like I feel like a lot of like this sculpture here that's like painted on, like a lot of this stuff right here. Hold on. There we go. Like like I feel like that's false advertising, and it's one of the reasons. It's one of the minuses that I feel about wearing compression shirts, but I mean, I still like wearing them. They're nice. Have you seen Dave Bautista on Knock at the Cabin or Blade Runner 2049? He's becoming a very good actor outside of action heroes. I haven't seen either of those movies. I think I almost saw Knock at the Cabin because I do like horror movies, and that looked like it was a horror movie. But I don't know. I just didn't end up going to see it. So, and I have not seen Blade Runner 2049. I should see that. So, guys, tell me something, because it looks like I've got a few of you here, and you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna just go ahead and put up a poll. But what would you guys think of the possibility of me doing reaction content? And let me see. Like, I watch a lot of people doing react. I have certain movies that I really like The Shawshank Redemption and Back to the Future and, a lot of the Marvel movies and stuff. And so one of my favorite things to do is I like to go on YouTube and watch people react to a lot of this stuff that I really like. And like I kind of am interested in doing that, but I've tried doing it before and I don't know how to do it the way that a lot of the successful reaction channels do it. And I don't know, like I feel like there's one piece of like technical information that I don't have that's really holding me back. If I've done some I've done some reaction content in the past, but if you take a look at those reactions, I feel like how to put this? I feel like everything that I react to is very like it's all on just kind of one um it's kind of on one like track essentially, And a good example of what I'm talking about is like when someone, like, let's say that someone is watching The Shawshank Redemption. I don't know how many of you guys have seen The Shawshank Redemption, but there's a part pretty early in the movie where you're at the trial of Andy Dufresne, and the lawyer says, could you describe the confrontation you had with your wife on the night that she was murdered? And you're only about 5 minutes into the movie, but that's where you learn that Andy's wife was murdered. And so a lot of people who are watching the movie for the first time will be like, oh, And the thing is, if I'm watching that movie and I take a second to go, oh, like what I see a lot of reactors will do is they take the movie off of screen so that they can just do the reaction itself. And they may have even paused the movie or anything. But the thing is, if I do that and I go to pause the movie, you're just going to see the movie there and it's paused and it doesn't look good, I don't know. Like, what am I missing? Does anybody know? Because I would really like to know. Like, am I just going to have to like find like a digital download of the movie and then play that and have that as its own source, like its own separate source that I edit in to the rest of the reaction? Because I can do that, but damn, that's gonna take some doing, So, anyways, sorry. Let me catch up in chat. I think reaction content is perfectly reasonable. I do the same where I will watch people react to movies for the first time. Oh yeah, And the thing is, like, there's a lot of stuff I've seen. There's a lot of stuff I haven't seen. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. If I do reaction content, and don't hate me for this, please don't hate me for this. But if I do reaction content, that'll probably go behind a paywall. Like, on a Patreon or as part of like a YouTube membership if I ever get to the point where I can do YouTube memberships. Still working on that. I need to get my watch hours up. Please go watch my playlist of the Webline. Please. But like, cause as best I can tell, if I do it that way, that's really going to add to the amount of time that it takes me to get that edited and put out and everything. So how many minutes long are good reaction videos? Like 10 minutes or less, or is shorter better than longer? Well, let's see. I mean, like a lot of the reactions that I watched, okay, let's stick with the Shawshank Redemption. I mean, like those reactors take anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour because they're reacting to the whole thing, and they're basically cutting out lots of chunks of the movie and they're just kind of leaving in the most important scenes, but they are reacting to those scenes. So that's kind of what you're looking at in terms of length of content, First reaction needs to be the Roger Corman Fantastic Four. You really want me to watch that? To be fair, Wolf, I have not seen that. And like that's a thing that I would put like on a Patreon poll. Like, okay, what do you guys think I should react to first, you know? And then I can put up you know people's suggestions and stuff. So I don't know. Almost every reactor has the full reaction on Patreon with the edited version on YouTube. Good point. That's actually a good point. I didn't think about that, but you make a really good point. I like that. As long as you even span out from Marvel and watch other movie franchises, you can have better reactions and add more commentary to the videos. Well, okay. So you guys, first of all, how many people on this channel are subscribed to the Matt Cave's channel, Matt Cave Gaming? Guy does retro gaming. He's a great guy. He and I have done a lot of work together. If you're not subscribed, I'd recommend you go subscribe to his channel. But did anyone see his little announcement today? It wasn't his announcement, but it was through him that I saw it first. They're gonna drop a trailer tomorrow, the first trailer for the next Ghostbusters movie. That's coming tomorrow. So guess what, guys? I'm gonna be doing another trailer reaction stream tomorrow. You know, and I don't know how many. Well, I know Wolf knows. Wolf can probably attest to this. Okay. But in the early days of me actually trying to take this channel seriously and actually do some consistent work on it, one of the first things that I did was reaction content to Ghostbusters Afterlife, like the trailers and stuff. And like, guys, I'm not gonna lie, that shit took off. Like, people really liked me reacting to Ghostbusters content, and I'm a Ghostbusters fan through and through. I loved Afterlife like so much, you know, and I was very pleased with how the movie ended up being and everything. So I'm excited to hear that they are doing like more content, or they're doing another movie. But yeah, they're putting out a trailer tomorrow, and I was just like, the last time I did Ghostbusters content, it did really well for this channel. So I don't know if that'll be the case now, because I'm much more like Spider-Man focused and Marvel focused and everything. So I don't know if I don't know if it'll reach out to a wide variety of people, but I feel like I've got to react to it, you know. So, anyways, I think that that'll definitely be a thing I do tomorrow night. So, all right, and let's see. So far, everyone is saying yes, you should do reaction content. Okay, all right. This is very informal, because you know, but what kind of stuff would you like me to react to? And Wolf, I already know that you said Roger Corman Fantastic Four, so you don't need to repeat that. But what kind of things would you guys like me to react to? One of the things that I thought of, and people may or may not like this, is watching individual episodes of the Spider-Man shows. You know, because there's a lot of those cartoons. I mean, I've seen a lot of them. There's a lot of them that I haven't seen. There's a lot of them that I haven't seen in a long time. And you know, a lot of it's available on Disney Plus. So like I have access to it. I don't know. What do you guys think? What kind of stuff would you like to see me react to? Do you want me to watch movies that I've never seen before? Do you want me to watch movies that I have seen before? Because you know, I can promise you this. I can watch The Shawshank Redemption, and there are still parts of it that are gonna make me cry, you know? So like, I mean, you know, I don't know. I feel like I have good reactions. I also feel like sometimes when I watch myself reacting to something, I'm like, Oh my God, Tony, this is all you're doing. You're just doing. Oh. You know, like so. I mean, like I could probably stand to. I could probably stand to work on my emoting, but I don't know. Stuff that I haven't seen before makes the most sense in Wolf's opinion, and I respect that opinion. I don't know. Um, I'll probably put up a poll on the community board asking this very same question. Um, if I don't even think it's going to be should I do reaction content. It's going to be if I do reaction content, what type of content should I do? And then I'll put stuff, movies I've seen, movies I haven't seen, episodes of Spider-Man shows, and then other stuff comment, stuff like that. So, yes, but on a second channel. But I've already got a second channel. And it's a gaming channel, and I don't want to do God. Yeah, that's I mean, like if I stick with the Spider-Man episodes, well, here's one advantage of doing just Spider-Man stuff. I can continue to do it on this channel. That's one advantage, okay? But here's the second advantage, okay? At some point in the relatively near future, we are going to get Spider-Man freshman year. Now, how would you guys like to see me reacting to new episodes of Spider-Man freshman year on Disney Plus? Like, I think, like, I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be able to like show the episodes on there, but like, you put the full version up on Patreon or something like that, and then we do the edits with segments from the show, and just do it that way. So I am not making a third channel, Master of the Arts. I know who you are in real life. No. No. It's animated. It's animated. It's going to be an animated show. I mean, at least based on all the marketing that I've seen. So, but god damn, if I can't even like I was supposed to go on the gaming channel tonight and I just didn't. I've been over here chatting with you guys, which by the way, evening well spent, okay? I'm just going to say that like I have no regrets, uh, um people might have missed out on me fanboying my way through Super Mario Bros. Wonder, but like I can do that at any point, really. So no, this has just been like it started off as a trailer reaction to the Marvel's final trailer, and then just kind of turned into me chatting with you guys about stuff and things, and it's been really chill, and I really, I've really enjoyed that. So I just want to say thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with me tonight. And this was an unscheduled, like I did not schedule this stream at all. I think I might have put an announcement up on the board earlier today, but that was it. I didn't like create the link ahead of time or anything like that. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming out and just kind of keeping me company tonight. I really do appreciate it. So, all right. Freshman year is sounding like a reimagining of MCU Spider-Man to be more friendly to all fans. For example, Raimi fans are on Homecoming, Far From Home. I should know. I'm one of them. I mean, I'm a Raimi fan and I friggin' loved Homecoming. So I don't know that you're representative of all Raimi fans, In fact, by definition, you're not, but do Family Guy clips reactions? Oh God, no. 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 See, even Trouble says no. She just piped up and said no. So, have you seen the South Park Kathleen Kennedy episode? No, I have not. Oh man. You know, you guys know that South Park was around when I was a freshman in college? South Park's been around for what, nearly 30 years now? And how long has The Simpsons been around? That's well over 30 years. Um, damn. Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of animated satirical stuff seems to have legs, you know. Thank you for supporting me, Trouble. Your daddy loves you. Yes, I do. You're my sweet kitty. Yes, you are. Simpsons was either in 88 or 89. Okay. Possible idea you could play like really old Spider-Man games and fan-made games and start a series that is based around old unpolished games. Well, I mean, I did a stream not too long ago where I played Spider-Man versus the Kingpin on an emulator. And that's, you know, like I did that for my podcast. But like I do, and like one of the things I intend to do after I go through and platinum Spider-Man 2 is we're going to go back to Spider-Man 1 and we're going to platinum the DLC and New Game Plus and get all that out of the way. But then once I'm done with that, I've got Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions that I have access to and could play. I've got a whole bunch. Like there are probably always going to be Spider-Man gaming streams on this channel on at least a semi-regular basis, you know. I've got Spider-Man Friend or Foe for the Xbox 360 that I'd never completed, you know. So Tracy Ullman's show's first appearance of The Simpsons. Yes, but I'm talking about when The Simpsons got their own show. And I think that was 1989. I think. I don't know. So, anyways, but yeah, they've been around a long time. So, hello, Trouble. Somebody is awake and trying to get onto the desk. How you doing, sweetie? I don't know if you guys. I don't think you guys can see her. She's right over here. See? Hi. How are you? How's my sweet kitty? How is she doing? I love you. I love you so much. All right. Okay. We will turn the attention off of the queen for now. So, okay. Just to clarify, above chat entry is to respond to response in video because I don't have the character count to make subject plus stance plus reasons YouTube comment essay. Overgeneralization because I only get 200 characters. Libra Spidey? Nice try. You know what, Master of the Arts? Better term for me, if you don't want to call me Spidey Librarian, you want to try for something related instead of Libra Spidey? Biblio Spidey. Biblio Spidey. So, all right, let's see. I think I've asked this before, but are you aware of the Quest Probe game comic series? There's one for Spider-Man, one for X-Men, and one other that got canceled. I'm aware of the Quest Probe games, and I know there's a Spider-Man one. I think there was a Captain America one as well. And Biblio Spidey, Biblio for bibliographer. It is a smoother transition to, you know, that shortens but still means Spidey Librarian, and it just sounds smoother. Like, you know, she needs her own Spidey mask. She would slit my throat where I sleep. Okay? And she knows where I sleep. So, you know, much as I would love Trouble to be the Bodega Spider Cat, because, I mean, come on, let's face it. She looks just like Bodega Spider Cat. She would never wear that. So, the only time Trouble will ever become Bodega Spider Cat is on a tattoo that I get where I tell the tattoo artist, here's a picture of my cat. Here are several pictures of my cat. Here's the Bodega Spider Cat from Miles Morales. I want a tattoo of trouble as Bodega Spider Cat. So if I ever get a tattoo, that's what it's going to be. All right. And for the record, I actually do have a condition that would set me off to getting the tattoo. So if you guys want to hear it, I'm going to warn you, it's not going to be easy or quick to achieve. But if you guys want to hear it, I will tell you. I will tell you. But you guys have to indicate interest. Otherwise I'm not going to do it because I don't want to bore you guys. Okay, that is enough soda. Okay. Oh. Biblio Spider? Biblio Spidey, please. I prefer Biblio Spidey to Biblio Spider. Explain in an essay format with 2 pages in order to get a required channel grade for monetization next month. Oh, God. Okay, all right. I'm going to go ahead and just tell you guys, if we want to monetize my channel, that would be really cool, okay? But in order to monetize my channel, we need to be able to do 3 things, all right? First one is I have to reach 500 subscribers. Hey, well, look at that. We've done it. All right. Okay, cool. All right, so that's one thing we need to do. Second thing that I need to do is I need to make sure that I upload at least 3 eligible uploaded videos, not streams, not YouTube shorts, every 90 days, okay? Basically what that means is you need to make at least 1 uploaded video per month. I can do that. I'm doing that. I'm not worried about that, okay? The final one, for me, this is the tough one, okay? I need to have at least 3,000 watch hours in a 12-month period, okay? And what that means is I need to get people watching my content, and I need to get people watching my content for long periods of time. And so far, in the last 6 months, I've watched my watch hours over a 12-month period go from 2,800 to 2,200. It has gone down in the last 6 months. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. That's disheartening. Some days that's very disheartening. But I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still making content. I like making content too much to give up. I think I've proven that I love making content too much to give up, because I'm very clearly doing it here and I'm not getting paid for it. I'm not getting any kind of regular income from it. Sometimes you guys donate stuff to my Stream Elements link. And whenever you guys do that, I'm always very thankful. So whenever you guys do that, you will always hear me go, "Thank you. I really appreciate that," you know? So but the thing is, you know, if I could get this channel monetized and even make a small income from it, that would put me over the moon. Okay. However, channel monetization is not what would lead me to getting a tattoo of trouble as Bodega Spider Cat. Okay. You guys want to know what it is? What's the average watch hours per month so far? Average watch hours per month. I can tell you, hold on. I can tell you what my watch hours are for uh for the last 12 months. It's 2200 hours. And I mean, you divide that by 12 and you'll get my average. So it's slightly under 200 a month. I'm sorry, guys. I think I heard something in here. You know, like like a fly or a wasp or something. So I'm gonna take a second to look around. So hold on a second. No, I don't want to cheat the system. Master of the Arts, you know me in real life, okay? I'm too much of a paladin for that crap. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right. Okay. All right. Well, can't find it, and things seem to have quieted down for now, so we'll see. 20 fake channels just playing my videos. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one thing that you guys can do, all right? If you're ever working on something like something repetitive, something easy to do, you're doing the dishes or something. Pull up one of my playlists. Like you can pull up the web line, you can pull up my Legend of Zelda playlist, you can pull up whatever you want. And you can just watch the playlist, set it as background noise, and just let it keep playing. You can even ignore it. I don't think you can mute it, but I think what you can do is I think you can set the volume to low, and then just you can leave it at that and just let it play. That's a thing that you could do. Um, I would counsel, trying to listen to as much of it as possible, because uh, if you just let it play, it's going to affect like what YouTube shows you and stuff like that. So, you know. All right, let's see. I'm gonna watch all your videos in the background from now on to get you that. Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate that. An idea I have is that you could try streamlining your content a bit, like putting out fewer videos, but putting up more editing in it and requesting collaborations with bigger comic YouTubers. Well, I'm kind of working with I'm working a little bit with Lewis Films actually. I actually told him I'd like to collaborate with him on a video at some point, and he's indicated that he would like to work with me. So hopefully that'll be something that happens in the relatively near future. Um, as for fewer videos, but with more editing, yes, but what? I have to be choosy about that. Um, I mean, I'm open to suggestions at this point, but yeah. All right, let's see. If you put Trouble in a small room with a live webcam for 21 or 24 hours, it might boost your hours. You're probably not wrong, but I don't know. Like I could put cameras in this room and then I can try to like focus them on Trouble. So yeah, I don't know. I like your belt. I have 3 Star Wars ones. Yeah, I've got this one, and I've got so hold on, I'll bring it up again. So I've got this one, all right, and then I've got this one right here. This one is the one that I wear when I hop on the treadmill, because I'm usually wearing sweats and I have my phone in my jogging pants or sweats or whatever. And so I tighten the belt around me and then I fold the waistband over so that way my phone won't de-pants me while I'm on the treadmill. And before anyone asks, no, I will not be doing content where I get de-pantsed. No, 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 no. And that's the kind of thing that you do on OnlyFans, and I don't quite think I've got it for OnlyFans. So sorry. Make Spider-Man theories that are extremely edited and pay homage to game theory. I mean, like some of my episodes have been like about things like that, though. Like I did a podcast episode that was basically about the possibility of web swinging. Can we web swing like Spider-Man? There's actually an episode that is about that. So there's stuff like that. Start doing mega mukbang videos with trouble. That'll boost you a bit. See, I've watched mukbang videos and I can't do that. It is difficult enough for me to eat on stream, like on the very few occasions that I have. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the sounds I make. I don't feel like that's the way for me to go. I wouldn't be comfortable doing that. Okay, but podcasts don't usually have much editing. I mean, mine have got some. And I think that mine, like, I feel like a lot of my podcasts are like I could take a lot of the subjects of those podcasts and make videos out of those. But I don't know. It's a thing. It's a possibility. It is a complete and total possibility. So, um, but yeah, we could do that. Hey, Bud Chronicles, how you doing? Just stopped by your channel to show some love and support. Thank you. Great content as always. Much, much love from the Chronicles family. Thank you. That is very nice, Bud. I appreciate that. I've seen a lot of you guys. I don't know if I've given everyone their welcome thwips. I'm gonna go. Hold on. So that thwip was for thanking Bud. Here is Bud's welcome thwip. So welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and give one to Eddie, to Master of the Arts, to Sith Apple, to Wolf, and to Alan Copeland. I know those guys are all here or have been. And let's see, what else? Anyone else? Am I missing anyone? I don't think I am. I mean, I suppose I could give Nightbot a thwip. Some of you guys are going to hate that. Nightbot! Nightbot! Nightbot is a menace! Which sometimes he is. Sometimes he's kind of he's kind of a twat, but, whatever. So, all right. Well, you guys have given me some food for thought, so I'll definitely think about that. So I do have I haven't seen this, okay? So what? Maybe edit down your podcast to its main points and include some other visuals. Added 20 times more J. Jonah Jameson memes all the time. All right. All right, you heading out then? Save on audio recording. Save on audio recording? I'll let you explain that to me some other time. Have a good night, Master of the Arts. Take care, and I will see you later. If not, if not even sooner than the next stream, if you know what I mean. So, all right, guys. Well, let's see. How long have we been streaming? My God, we've been streaming for an hour and 24 minutes. It doesn't feel that long. It doesn't feel that long at all, actually. Like, this is just, yeah. Edit the podcast so no re-record. It's easier said than done. That's all I'm gonna say. We can talk more about it some other time. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later. All right, but okay. So reaction content could be a thing. Spider reaction content could be a thing. I mean, the live streams are kind of reaction content in the sense that I'm playing and reacting as I go, but I mean, I've had a hard time coming up with like shorts content from that though. It would really like, based on my top 3 videos, maybe I should be reacting to real Ghostbusters episode. Ooh. Oh, Wolf. That's not a bad idea, actually. Where could we watch the real Ghostbusters though? That's the question. Hold on, I'm looking it up on Just Watch right now. All right, the real Ghostbusters is it's on frickin' Apple TV. Are you kidding me? You basically have to buy it no matter what. I mean, it's a possibility. It is a possibility. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I remember watching those as a kid, and I did enjoy them. They went a lot further with the whole like ghosts in the afterlife thing, or maybe not the afterlife, just like the ghost realm, like that's inside of the ecto containment unit. You know, they I remember them going pretty far with that. Um, so yeah, that's a possibility. So I don't know. I'll keep it in mind though. But yeah, like I would like to. I mean, obviously, I would like to bump up my watch hours, and to be fair, sometimes I'll put out a short that will get like, oh God, I think I put out one short that very nearly made it to 10,000 views recently. Give me a second, and I'll check. But it was about Spider-Man 2. So let's see, where is the studio link? And we're going to go to my content. And where is it? Okay, sorry. It made it to 6,970 views. But that was the character poster short that I put out for Spider-Man 2. I did not expect that. It got 367 likes. It might possibly be my most liked video on my channel. So, all right, let me go ahead and get things back to where I can see you guys. Just curious, do live streams go towards watch time? Yes, they do. The thing about live streams is that they often don't have a lot of replay value for people. The value for live streams comes in being able to interact with the person doing the live streaming directly. So oftentimes live streams will get lots of watches, you know, depending on who is doing the live stream and how popular they are. And then like afterwards, they just don't generate much in the way of watch time or engagement. Now, if you're someone that does live streaming all the time, like I used to do, and I'm kind of still doing, but probably shouldn't be, like it's a good way to kind of keep the numbers up. But it's also kind of one of those things that if you stop, like it does not take long for your numbers to really drop off. So it's kind of one of those things where ideally I would live stream just occasionally, like say once a week, and hopefully get a lot of people on that live stream, and then, you know, and then afterwards just put out a bunch of uploaded content. So 140 episodes plus 13 Slimer spin-offs. Well, the issue with that right now is that I would have to buy those. And right now, let's just say that I'm still paying off Trouble's medical debt. Oh, right. I never told you guys what the condition was for me to get a tattoo of Trouble as the Bodega Spider Cat. Well, that's it right there. When I pay off Trouble's medical debt, then as a celebration, I will go and immortalize her on me as a tattoo of her dressed as the Bodega Spider Cat. That's what I would do. That is what would trigger it. So which, if I remember correctly, her initial medical debt was like 18,000, and I think I've got it down to 12 now. And I've had to put some money on that credit card because I went to New York Comic Con, but I should be getting reimbursed for that soon, and so I'll be able to pay that off and just be like, okay, we're back down to 12K and under. So, but yeah, that is how I would do it. So if you guys still want to donate to Trouble's GoFundMe, it's still active. So Trouble, are you knocking stuff down again? Are you being a cat? Are you living up to your name? Huh? Here. Let's go ahead and show you off again. How you doing? How's my baby doing? How is she? How is she? Oh, look at you. Look at you. Yes, you're just the bestest. You're just the bestest. Yes, you are. Okay. Oh, God, I love this cat. I love her so much. Okay. There's an official Ghostbusters YouTube channel with a lot, if not all, of the animated episodes. Oh, really? That may be a thing then. Hi. How are you? Okay. All right. I don't want to get a cliche tattoo that everybody has. I mean, get a cliche tattoo if it's something that appeals to you. I say go for it. So as long as it's something that you can live with, I wouldn't worry about whether or not it's cliche. You're the one that'll have to like look at it in the mirror. I just double checked. It's only like a dozen or so full episodes. I mean, I could react to those though. Hi. Hi. But yeah, I'll check that out sometime. An official Ghostbusters channel. I like it. Me likey. So okay. All right, guys. Well, it is 10:30. I think I'm probably not going to go and play Super Mario Brothers Wonder tonight. I might do it tomorrow night though, because my usual date night with my fiance on Wednesdays, she's not going to be able to do that tomorrow, because she's got other stuff going on, and that is a-okay. Because I'm one of those people that like, hey, if my significant other is doing something, then I will go. I will come over here and do this. So, but I don't know. I'm thinking that if I want to do a super edited next upload, what do you guys think of this? Because obviously Spider-Man 2 is still like pretty big. But one thing that I haven't seen is comparisons of some of the story beats, like some of those moments, to some of the source material. What do you think? I think that could be fun. And I don't know how I would do it though. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure something out because there's a lot like I mean, I shotgunned that story. I saw all the beats, and there was a lot of stuff in there that I picked up on that I'm pretty sure a lot of other people didn't pick up on because I've read so many of those damn comics. I've watched so many of those shows, the movies. I mean, people will get the movie references, but man, damn. There's actually a lot to go for, and I think that I don't know. I think there's a lot that I could do for a video like that, where I show like some of the footage from the game with or without sounds, I don't know. But then I take a moment from say one of the comics and I superimpose it over part of the footage to show off the similarities. Be like, hey, this moment could have been taken from like this particular comic or this particular show. So I don't know, what do you guys think? I think that could be cool. I don't know, maybe I could make that a list, like 10 moments from Spider-Man 2 that were directly inspired by previous Spider-Man media. I don't know. I think that could be fun. I think that could be a lot of fun. Tell me what you guys think. And I mean, I'm probably just gonna start working on it at some point, but so. All right. Well, I think at this point, it's probably a good idea for me to head off and just call it a night. So. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. This has been an unexpectedly wonderful evening, and we're probably going to do something similar tomorrow night because I'm probably gonna go all day. I'm probably gonna go all goddamn day tomorrow without watching that damn Ghostbusters trailer because I know how this is gonna work. It's gonna drop at 9 in the morning, right when I don't need it to, and then I'm gonna have to wait all day to watch it. So that's probably what's gonna happen. I'm gonna want to watch it, and I'm gonna want to react to it with you guys watching. So keep an eye out for that. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Thanks again for hanging out with me tonight. Take care, guys. And yeah, if you really want to help right now, I need watch hours. Put on a playlist, put it on in the background while you're doing something. That's what's going to help me the most right now. I need watch hours. I've got everything else. I'm bleeding watch hours. So anyways, take care, guys. This is Spidey Librarian, and until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Bye.